Hi there, this is the Heir of Carthage bringing you another Rome Total War online commentary battle. And this is being fought on the grassy flatlands, and the purpose of this battle is to show you a little more of the discussion that I guess Ace was having on quality versus quantity. Now, I do have a large quantity of troops, but that's because these round shield cavalry are cheap. I have 4 units of slingers up front, 5 units sacred band, 4 units sacred band cavalry. So, this is one of my powerhouse Carthaginian armies. It's extremely high quality per unit. Now, even though these round shield cavalry aren't real high quality, even though they're gold, they're still quality because they're upgraded rather than me just bringing like 6 or 7 of them because they're cheap. So I get up here and get into a missile skirmish. Now let's look at my opponent's army. He's playing as Pontus. Now, even with a lot of upgrades, Pontus is not one of the highest quality factions. At least not on some things. So if we take a look at his archers, they only have 1 upgrade, even though he has a lot of them. He has these bronze phalanx, bronze shield pikemen. They only have 2 upgrades, and he has a huge line of pikemen, bronze shields and phalanx pikemen, both with not very good upgrades. And then in the back he has 4 units of Cappadocian cavalry, which is quite tough, but once again lacking in the upgrade department. Now what he does have here is an Eastern general with a crap load of upgrades. So there's 9 of them on that unit, so full upgraded. Now, I don't mean to be mean to my opponent. You can use whatever tactics, maybe it works for him, but in my opinion, that was a huge waste of money. Although that's a very tough cavalry unit, because of all the money he spent on that, his other troops are going to get massacred by my Carthaginian quality. So as you can see, my slingers tore up his archers pretty bad for being how outnumbered they were, and they're still working the business on him right now. So I moved up my sacred band to protect a little, and he's starting to do a little bit of moves with his Cappadocians. Now, my men are greatly outnumbered, and the only chance that he has of winning this battle is by completely surrounding my infantry with his infantry, and he's going to have to go for a quick knockout blow. If he does not knock out my infantry quick, then he is doomed, because Sacred Band infantry is crazy strong, and these guys have gold upgrades, as you can see from the 3 flags there on each side. So like I said, he's going to have to act fast, or else this is going to be one very short, very deadly battle for his army. Now, another thing that he's done a mistake here is he has low quality troops, and he has them arrayed in thin phalanx lines. The only thing that's going to do is allow my thicker phalanx to push through him easily, since they're more powerful. And as they push through him, it's going to push his men out of phalanx formation, and they're going to be killed even easier. So, if you're taking lower quality phalanx troops, you need to keep them in thicker ranks so that they have more protection. The thicker a phalanx is, or the more ranks it has from front to back, see, like this phalanx has 4 ranks front to back, the more ranks it has, the more spears can be prevented in front for defense, and the harder it is to push backwards. So I'm going to fast forward a bit and get to the infantry fight and show you what happens. So here we go. Yeah, slingers, archers duking it out. My guys are probably going to die because they're outnumbered. Now, one of the smart things my opponent did here that you can see is that he has his archers behind his phalanx line for protection. Yeah, this missile duel was longer than I thought. Missile duels are kind of boring, but hey, it's a necessary part of battle. So what I'm going to do is I just decide, since this line is so long, I'm just going to come up here and face one side of his army. And I intend to cut through it, and then before the remainder of his army can get here to do anything about it, it will be over. Now, normally I would be quite scared of his Cappadocian cavalry, but I have a lot of cavalry, and they're heavily upgraded, and he only has 5 units of cavalry, with 1 being heavily upgraded and the others having no upgrades. So my cavalry is going to be able to easily own his. If he would have spent less money on not needed pikemen and upgraded his Cappadocians quite a bit, there's a good chance that he could have slaughtered all of my cavalry with them. So I want you to watch this as I come up to engage his, right here it's phalanx pikemen, on the other side it's bronze shield pikemen. Now some of his archers are afraid and they're routing and running back because they're on skirmish. So watch, my men push up, and even though his spears are hitting me, my men are upgraded, his men are not, so my men easily push in through his spears and start to slaughter his. Look, this unit's already down to 70 men. This unit's already down to 70 men. This unit's down to 40. This one's 80 and dropping fast. And then right here, all I did was place this unit of Sacred Band to hold off his flanking maneuver. And because he didn't take his men out of phalanx and run, there's no way he's going to make it around my flanks in time. And look, just by when I turned around, this unit's already routed. This unit routes, and this unit's down to 60 men here. My men are advancing slowly, so it hasn't routed yet. So now it's really too late for his cavalry to do anything because I've already destroyed his infantry. So he really should have attacked my cavalry sooner. This is the problem with quantity versus quality, is that when you have quantity, you have to act quickly and exactly right. And if you don't, then you're done, because your troops will rout too quickly. So, once again, his cavalry's just sitting here. That's not good. His troops need their help now. But I guess the threat of my cavalry out in front of him is holding them back. So even had his troops been heavily upgraded, honestly, there's no way he could have won that phalanx fight unless his troops were able to surround me. And here they weren't able to surround me quick enough. Look at that unit, it just got smeared. Yeah, Pontus units aren't very good, Pontic units. They have to be upgraded a lot, and they have to be managed very well. And if they're not, they will rout extremely fast. So he brings in his cavalry in an attempt to kill some of my infantry here, and they just get hooked on my phalanx. Only 2 of my Sacred Band have died, even amidst that huge cavalry fight. So, again, he really should have upgraded his units. And another thing is Cappadocians are not very good in a melee fight. Over here, I've surrounded his Cappadocians with my horde of cavalry, and absolutely massacred the lot of them. And now I'm not saying massacred and all this stuff make it sound like my opponent stinks. He doesn't stink, he chose an army that was going to be very hard to win with. And when you fight against a faction like Carthage, you can expect the army to be high quality. So in any case, my cavalry is absolutely tearing his to shreds, whereas had his cavalry been more upgraded, it could have been quite the opposite. And like I said, this battle was over quickly. If we hadn't had the missile skirmish, this would have been a 3-minute battle, maybe less. So I'm going to fast forward through the remainder of the battle, and I hope that you've learned the lesson here is that if you're going to use quantity rather than quality, make sure that you have a plan. Because if you don't have a plan and you don't enact it properly, your troops will rout extremely fast. So that's the real problem with quantity over quality. With quality, your units are a bit more forgiving of your mistakes and your malmaneuvers and the like. And they're also a little more flexible against enemy armies, because they can hold out longer. Now, if you don't upgrade your troops any and you mismatch them, say like you have light infantry and they're not upgraded at all, and then there's heavy cavalry or chariots, heaven forbid, then you're really in trouble. So in any case, let me just sum up what happened in the battle here. As you can see, I had 1,524 kills, and my opponent, Nifs, had 339 kills. But look at the men deployed. Nifs deployed 1,646 troops, while I only deployed 1,104 troops. He had about 50% more men than I did, yet I killed his men on a 5-to-1 ratio, approximately. So, quality usually beats quantity, unless the person can micromanage their troops well. So I hope this lesson is helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.